Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Grain Arcade. Good morning. Let's get into Farming Simulator 25. How about it? How's everybody's week been? How's your weekend going? I got a 50% off pizza at Domino's. All the mini price pieces are 50% off through the 27th. So tomorrow, I guess I should probably go grab one more later. One more today or maybe tomorrow. Well, there's a horsefly flying around. Oh no. So, where to begin? Let's start with this plow. This is the plow. This is in the mod hub. Ooh, look what's on sale too. Oh, I see a tractor in our future. Kind of like the narrow tires. I don't think duals would be good on this small one. Put the narrow tires on there. This would be a good dedicated solid FERT tractor. And always, no plate. Good morning, Twitchy. How's it going? All right, that's not bad. 41 grand. All right. So this plow, let's see. I was going back into categories here. Plows. So this plow, I'm trying to remember who did this one. Let me look real quick here because I don't want to get it wrong. Go under categories here and plows. I want to say Hispano, but I'm not sure. Hang on, I'll find it here in just a second. I'm going through the mod hub on the website right now. No, Agro Tanho. He's done some good stuff in the past. These plows are good if you want to do it yourself and you want to get it done quickly. Because, I mean, obviously the width on them are 26 meters for this one and then 22. We had that one and I traded it in for the smaller one to see if it would be better. But the problem is, when you hire this out, it misses quite a bit. So I think what we're going to do, and plus it's hard to get down the roads with this, especially if you have the traffic on. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of that. We're just going to sell it. Have the guys from the dealership come pick it up. Nope, I did something wrong. What did I do? Oh, I hit that. I hit customize or something. Let's sell that. Okay. So we're not going to use those plows anymore. Going back into the plow category. I did test this one out. This one's okay, but again, with the hired workers, and it could be the map, but with the hired workers, this one, it just doesn't work out too well. I had my guys getting stuck in the trees and stuff. And I like this plow because it's a John Deere plow. Again, if you want to do the work yourself, these plows would probably be fine, right? So, don't want to do that one. And actually, we do own this one. This is the small one. This is the 712, and it's set up. You can now get this one if you're on PC only. You can go and download this one and get it as a deep cultivator. But in the mod hub here for all categories, it's set up as a plow. This one is okay, but it does leave like the front discs on it. And let me go in here and show it to you. So like you got the discs in the front, you got the rippers in the back. The front disc, when it reaches the end of a pass, it leaves like a residue stubble type deal when you're plowing with it. And it doesn't matter if you're creating a field or if you're just, got it hired out to work a field, like to plow it up. The back part does this job. It plows it up. But the front discs, they leave that residue. And it doesn't actually, I think the plowing, what do you call it? The plowing texture? Not really texture, really the plowing state should be with the discs in the front. And it's not. That's the thing in the front is kind of like it's almost like a mulcher or something. So you only get the plow state when the what do you call these? Oh, the words are escaping me. The tines. I don't know. There's another word. I'll think of it in a minute. That's the only time you get the plow state. So probably gonna sell that one. We still own one, but probably gonna sell that one. I did find one that seems to work pretty well, and it's this one right here. This is in the mod hub. This is actually by Black Sheep Modding. This is just a plain Jane Ripper. It's a lizard brand. I can't remember the name of this one either. Hang on, I'll look it up real quick. I can do that. I have the power. I have it in the palm of my hands right here. So yeah, this one is by Black Sheep Modding. And this is labeled as the lizard. Wait for it. Subsoiler MT. So it's the lizards. It's listed as a subsoiler, but it's under the plow category. You can do 6 meters, 9 meters, or 12 meters. But the beauty part about this plow, this is the 6 meter. The beauty part about this plow is that it folds up. So you can go down the road with this, unfold it when you get to your field, and then you're ready to go. Got the realistic sounds, the hydraulics. Nice little ripper. This is a good plow or ripper or whatever you want to call it. It's a good starting one too. If you're starting with the smaller equipment, you only need 260 horsepower. Now this tractor that I'm using right here, this is a 190 horsepower tractor. It pulls it just fine. So I don't think that requirement is like a big deal, because this tractor, this is the in-game, well, it's not in-game, it's the Giants version of the 4755, and it's only 190 horsepower, and it pulls this thing just fine. So I'm probably going to go back over these spots that missed and take out these strips here. So we'll get to that. So this is the 12 meter version. You can do the colors on it. Of course, I think that's because I have that color mod. But you can unfold it just like the other one. This is the 12 meter version, and you need 360 horsepower, I think, for this one. I do believe I'm right. Hang on. I'll tell you. 340. So yeah, it's the 9 meter that requires 320. Of course, if you're going to do the 320 version, you might as well just go ahead and go big and get the 12 meter version. And it's only, 20 more horsepower. So might as well. So I think what we'll do with our future maps and stuff, we'll probably do the 12 meter version for when we get to the larger tractors. So you could use this with any of the larger tractors or any of the articulated tractors. Or you can use your smaller tractors and use the little 6 meters. So and you can make them, customize the colors on them. And this is a decent plow. I mean, you think about the in-game plows. The Lincoln one. That one's only 4.9 meters, and that's considered has been considered a decent plow, decent size. The biggest one in game, I think it's that one right there. That's 6 meters. That's the biggest in-game plow, is 6 meters. So the smallest ripper that we have with this setup from Black Sheep Modding is 6 meters. So it's like you're using the big in-game plow, but you get to use it on your smaller equipment. So I like that feature. Got some little stuff to do right here. I did expand this field a little bit. I'm hoping to get to planting corn today, because we need some corn. I done took all the corn that we had to the dryer. Creek field on. Already plowed out the perimeter of this. I missed it. That was me. So yeah, this works great. You can travel down the road with it. That one from Agro Tonho, Tonho? I don't know how you say it. I don't know how to say anybody's name. Just like Chibalki that made this map. I want to say Silabuki because that's kind of how it's spelled, but I think it's pronounced Chibalki. Speaking of Chibalki, that is one of the new maps that I'm interested in. He is making a new map called Iowa Plains. I don't know. I think maybe there was one already before, back in 22. But he is making one with a refined hog pen on it. So, interested in that, but I'm really interested in DJ Modding's new map, the Judith Plains, Montana. That is going to be a 4X map. And from what I've seen so far, that map may drop before Iowa Plains does. I think Iowa Plains, I think what I've heard is that it's going to be early to mid-summer before that one comes out. I think the DJ modding map will come out before then. I really do. So I think that's probably going to be our next map after Alma here. But until that time, we will play Alma, Missouri. All right. Good morning. Where am I at on the map? I am behind the red farm. Let's show you on the map here. I'm right here. I'm actually right here behind the grain mill. That's the grain mill there. There's the corn dryer. Basically just expanded this field a little more. Right behind the cows down here. I'm planting oats down here. Let's go down there actually. Here we go. So I have the Borgo. Started out on this field with the Seed Hawk, and this one seems to be doing a much better job at it than the Seed Hawk was doing. So we'll probably use this one as like a mega planter in the future. It seems to be doing a better job than the Seed Hawk did. It's okay to speak in the past tense. It's in the past now. So yeah, probably gonna be using, if we have the tractor to pull it, and you're gonna need a big one. Probably gonna go with this one. Seems to be working okay though. I'm gonna let him keep doing his thing. Alright, so back up here, gotta plow these lines out. Got these here, got a new roller. This is a smaller roller. Don't need a big tractor to run this one. This one only requires 120 horsepower, so really almost any of the smaller ones would do it. Nice little roller. You can put the triangle on there, take it off. Of course, I think I put it on mine. Yep. So got that. And I think what I'm gonna do is these sheds that are already on the map, I'm gonna make them into bale sheds. Start storing bales in them. I got this idea because I didn't want to have my straw and the hay out here in the rain and stuff. It was after I put all the silage bales over here. So probably gonna get rid of this lean-to shed. I guess, was that what you call it? A lean-to? It looks like part of a lean-to to another building. And then we'll get rid of these decorative bales. They're not really bales. They're just kind of there. So we'll get rid of all that. We'll clean this all out right here. And probably want to build maybe another shed out here. I really don't want to get rid of our hayfield over here. I'm trying to remember how we did this last time. I think last time we kind of did some leveling and built another shed. So we'll either build another shed here for some of this equipment or build another shed down at the main farm. There's not really a ton of room. I guess I could clear this out. You could fit some equipment through there. Kind of like a little drive down through here. It kind of goes back through here. This plow's okay. It just doesn't do great creating fields. I could clear some of these trees out. They're not in the cows. It's right behind the house here. And it's kind of flat-ish. We could do some leveling back here and build another... We could build another one of those sheds or build something else, something different maybe. I don't know, we'll look at that. Let's look at the map. So, I planted cotton up here. Got all that rolled. That should be all ready to go. If you missed the YouTube videos, you'll see where I went nuts and kind of bought everything. But that's for good reason, because number one, I think that new map from DJ Modding, the Judith Plains, Montana map, I think that will be dropping very soon. And I mean, probably, I'd hate to speculate, but I would say probably within a month, that thing will be dropping. So, looking forward to getting on that. And I think we're going to start small on that map. I think we're not going to start, just with a massive amount of equipment, big equipment. We'll probably start small, maybe with something like this. Tractor like that. Maybe one of those smaller tractors over there, or some of the smaller deer tractors. Just start small. Alright. I'm going to have to tab around because I don't know where everything's at. I need a front weight for this. This is going to be a fert rig, which we're probably going to do. Find just a small deer weight. Probably this 900 would do. Just something to put on the front to keep it from slipping. Yep, I knocked it over. Don't you hate that when it happens? Good thing though, I ate my Wheaties this morning. There we go. Alright, now we're in business. So we'll make this our dedicated fert tractor. Or solid fert. I am going to have to hit some fields though. Go back and look at those. So, the cotton field is pretty much all fertilized. Ready to go. There's you can see the spots where the trees were that came out into the field. Removed all the trees and just kind of made it one kind of field there. We've got this one over here that we're going to work on when we get the wheat out of it. May look at merging some of these. Do need to do some fert there, and then most of these fields down here need some stage of fert. Did grass fields, got all my grass fields over here, so these would be our hay fields, I guess, for that farm. And then we've got the hay field there. This whole section south of the railroad tracks and west of that highway and north of this highway, this is what's going to be known as the corn belt. All of this I intend to plant in corn. So we're going to have corn all around the farm. And then, I don't know, everything else is kind of just a toss-up. Doing oats down here. He is planting that at an angle, which is weird. Why is he planting that at an angle? Bobby? What are you doing, bro? This is not the hired... it may be the map. I'm starting to think it might be the map. Starting to think it might be the map. I'm just gonna let him do this. I don't know. I don't know if he knows what he's doing or not. Probably not. But it may be because of the pond back here or something. I don't know. He's coming off of that corner right there. I'm just gonna leave him be. I'm gonna let him, you know, do that. Right, I'm gonna bring this back. This is the Giants version of the 7810. I did see where, who was it? JHHG was working on his version of the American version of the 7810. So looking forward to that one. A lot of the mods are still in, what's the word? Lingo? Is that the word? Lingo is the word? They're still in lingo in testing with Giants, so a lot of stuff has been submitted to them and has yet to come out. So there's still more mods coming. They're coming slowly, but they're still on their way. But we'll use Giants' version and you know, for the time being, I guess. This is an okay tractor. It's not bad. It's obviously not the not what we'd call the American version. I think this is like the European version, or we'll call it across the pond version. The headlights are lower than they would be on the American version. Yeah, limbo. What did I say? Lingo? I was close. Lingo and limbo. Lingo sounds like a type of bingo, and limbo sounds more accurate. What I was referring to, so we'll go with limbo. Well, I just had a weird craving for a barbecue sandwich with coleslaw on it. Isn't that weird? Have a pulled pork barbecue sandwich with barbecue sauce and coleslaw on it. May have to do that today. Or I could get the barbecue pizza from Domino's. I've been getting the stuffed crust. You know, they have the new Parmesan stuffed crust medium pizzas at Domino's. I have not had a barbecue one yet, so I may try that. Yeah, it's just me today. Old man had some stuff he had to do. We have that from time to time. So it's just me today on the farm. I'm hoping to get in here in the studio. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I want to get in here and just do a few little changes. Move a couple things around, and I just haven't had a chance to. Where did I leave that thing? Cleared out some trees there. We could build, we're probably going to build something there. I don't know what. Probably going to build something over here. There it is. Oh yeah, I know what we were going to build down here. Great. We'll just leave that right there for now. And there's that 712 Ripper. Probably end up selling that. Right out here. So this is on the farm. This is between the cows and the silos there. Probably going to build the greenhouses down here. And these are the Alma greenhouses. So the reason why I want to build the Alma greenhouses down here is because they require manure. The Alma greenhouses are not like the in-game greenhouses. I hit the button. There we go. It had a little delay there. Go look at greenhouses here. So yeah, you got your in-game greenhouses. These only require water. But when you go down to the bottom where the Alma ones are, they require water and manure. So I don't know if they take slurry, or if I'm assuming it probably has to be solid manure, because when you look at them, it has a box on the side where the manure goes. And then I guess your water just goes, yeah, right there, just like the in-game ones. So these require the manure. Manure? Manure! I hate manure! Cool points if you know what movie that's from. Let's turn on snapping. How much are these, by the way? 54,000? That's not too bad. They're not really, they don't look that big. They look kind of smaller to me. Are they smaller than the in-game birds? Which one is the big one? That one? No, they're about the same size, I guess. Well, that's the curved one. Where? Bet it's that one. No, they're the same size. Okay, yeah. So they are the same size. I hear the horses. So that's the one we want right there. I've got snapping on, so I'm probably... Which way should I do this? Probably maybe this way. That way it's not too hard to... maybe leave a little space in there. Not too hard to haul the manure over here. Guess we could start with one and then do another one. Wonder if I should put it further down this way, though. Well, we want to leave a little room down there. Just a little bit. We'll do one. How about right there? Looks good to me. Alright, so we've got that. So this needs water. And it needs the solid manure. So we're going to need a bucket of some kind. And then we're going to need a tanker. Go look at tankers. So we've got these Alma tankers. I'm just going to go ahead and go big. This is the Alma version of that. So just go ahead and get one of these and make it a watercolor. But, we got a propane tank already. Do that for water. That looks good to me. Keep the chrome wheels, keep the plate. Alright, I will go pick that up. Gotta find the truck first. So now he's going straight. Why did he go? I don't know. You know, the only reason I can think is that the end of that thing where the runoff was there, I think it might have ended right there. So maybe that's why he did that. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better after we do this crop this year and it'll be considered one field. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know why they do the things they do. So we have our propane tanker. Good to go. Special thanks to Trent and them for letting me know about that. Also got this is the trailer that we used over on the 16X. I made it 150,000 liters. A million liters just seemed like a bit much. It seemed like a bit much for it. So I'm gonna disconnect that and I'm just gonna use this truck for now. We'll go get some water. If I could drive, I'd be doing a whole lot better. Boy. There we go. Yeah, I hauled all of our corn down here. We've still got some oats and wheat. Probably need to haul down here to the grain mill. But other than that, we are going to have to plant a lot of stuff. A lot of corn. We're out of corn now. I brought it all down to the dryer down here, so that's going straight over to the popcorn factory. We're making buttered popcorn and regular popcorn. You know, gotta supply those movie theaters, the ones that are left. There's not too many movie theaters left nowadays. You get your big ones, but a lot of the, you know, the smaller ones, they a lot of them have closed down or something. So I guess most people prefer to watch stuff at home because a lot of times stuff will come out and then it's like very shortly it'll be out on some type of streaming service or something. And I like watching movies at home. I mean, you can pause it, you can go to the bathroom, you can get you a snack and stuff like that. But the whole movie theater experience, it's kind of like malls. You miss it when it's gone. You don't miss it until it's gone. Good morning. I miss malls. There's still some out there, but many of them are not in great shape. Some of them have been converted into offices. Some of them, it almost sounds like, you guys remember Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Florida? Not Nickelodeon Studios anymore. They turned all that into offices. So, yeah. Very sad, very sad. I'm assuming that since there's a road to this pond, I can get water out of it, so we're gonna find out. Don't look like very clean water, does it? Ooh. Yay, I can get it. Go for a swim. Whee! There's probably some snakes in here. I probably shouldn't be swimming around in this. Yeah, the mall experience, I mean, you had all the great stores. You had the music stores. You had the, other stores, the video game stores. A lot of video game stores have gone under. Can't tell you how fun it was to go in looking for Nintendo or Sega games or, and then you had, those were the early days, and then you had the 64 and the PlayStation, and if you had a Dreamcast or something like that. Those were the days. Alright, so our greenhouse has water. I don't think it'll take all of this, but maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. It did. Huh. How much does this... How do I... Oh, I gotta click on that thing. Oh yeah, it only takes a little bit more. So it holds 40,000 liters of water and 25,000 liters of manure. So gotta find some type of scoop shovel thing to do that. Alright, we will shut this off. And let's go find something. I've got the tractor, the 7R that I'm using for like the doing the total mixed rashage and moving the bales around. I kind of want something else. I wish something was on sale. Nothing's on sale. kind of leaning towards a telehandler. We have the JCB one, and then we have the Kloss. I think these are both by Giants. And I haven't used any of these other ones. I mean, we've used the Manitou before, Manitou. But I haven't used that one or this one. Kind of leaning towards the JCB though. I'll be honest. I think this is by Giants. Don't quote me on that. Different transmissions. You don't normally see that with Giant stuff. It's just a standard model. I don't know what that's changing. Not the horsepower. I honestly don't see that changing anything. I don't know what that does. Well, I'd say the 41's probably better than the 31, so we'll go with the 41. I don't know what that does, but low beacon, high beacon, strobe beacon. Ooh, go with the strobe. Attachers. I say we probably should go standard. It's got a Q fit, whatever that is. Is that like a 3-point hitch or something? Maybe, I don't know. We'll go with the standard. I'm starting to wonder if this is a Giants mod. I could be wrong. You know what? Let's go look that one up. What category would that be under? Category. Loaders, maybe? Yeah, telehandlers. Here we go. It's under loaders. They changed up their category system. No, this is by Rawson Mods. Rawson Mods. It's the Kloss that's by Giants. So this one is by Rawson Mods. Ooh, they got a shovel. How much does that shovel hold? You can get a 3,000 to 6,000 liter shovel. Gotta look and see how much the in-game shovels hold. But yeah, I think we'll go with this JCB for now. We'll test it out. Still waiting on the Black Sheep Modding 3400 telehandler. All right, let's look at the shovels now. 2600. Oh look, there's another one. Can you change the capacity on that one? Oh, there's the Q fit one. So that one's just this is the one that goes with it, so maybe we'll go with this one. There's not any others, I don't think. Hang on, wait, there are. Oh yeah, here's one. That holds way more. 5,000. Let's get that one. Alright, let's go get our telehandler. Strobe light. Oh boy, this looks big. gonna be shoveling a lot of manure with this shovel. Yeah, a lot of times there were movie theaters inside the malls. A lot of your larger malls, they would have a movie theater inside them. And a lot of those movie theaters have shut down, along with all the mall stuff. Malls were the place to go back in the 80s and 90s. We had malls. We had so many different kinds of malls. They had movie theaters. Some of them had like ice skating rinks. Some of them had arcades in them, and these are like huge arcades. Not to mention all the different types of stores and stuff like that. And it's just really sad that they have almost all of them have gone by the wayside. You know, online shopping has really taken a toll on all the malls. Still got malls around you? We still have a few, but they're not in good shape. There's a lot of vendors that, you know, malls typically, like the rental costs for having a type of unit like a store or something in the mall is way more expensive, because, you know, there's a lot of stuff, fees and stuff to consider, and plus the pricing is higher just to have that prime location. Did he finish? Nope, he's still rolling. Alright, I'm gonna let him do his thing. We'll see how he does. I'm a little nervous leaving him alone like that after watching these plow guys, you know, hiring them out. But hopefully we'll have it all worked out. I have learned that if you want to do it yourself and you want to use the in-game GPS, make wide curves at the ends of your fields. That way you don't ever have to really kind of take it off of the GPS. You know, if you have straight corners, you have to take it off and reset it and, you know, change the direction. But if you make wide curves down there until you get off of the inroads, like the headlands, you never have to take it off. Alright. I'm assuming this will do manure. It will. 5,000 liters of poop right there. Probably gonna have to do some gravel out here too. Honestly, I could probably put, well, no, I don't know. Let's say I could almost put another one here, but it'd be a little close to get this telehandler in there if I did it that way. Does it fill up in there, or does it just disappear? Oh, some of it's going on the ground. That can't be good. Is it supposed to go on the ground? I don't know. Let's go take a look. None of it went in there. Why did none of it go in there? Supposed to take manure, right? That's the manure box, right? That is manure, right? Yep, that's manure. What did I do wrong? Yep, that's manure I've got in there. And it is in the box. Does it go in the front, or do you not put it in the box? Can you not put it in there with a shovel? We have to have a trailer? I've totally got manure in the box. And I've got water in here too. Do I have to activate something first? I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up. Maybe that's one of the things that's broken that's gonna be fixed in the update? I don't know. I don't know. I am gonna build another one though. Because I just noticed, looking at this one does not do the other stuff. Doesn't do the in-game stuff. And we need the tomatoes for the ketchup factory. That needs tomatoes and water. So I'm going to build another one back behind it, I guess. That one should only take water to make it run. Try to get them lined up here. Probably not going to be perfect. Too bad I can't use the perfect edge mod with this. Right there. Good enough for me. At least I can get the truck in there. Yeah, I don't know why that won't take the manure in the box. I would say that's where the icon is. Maybe I should try like a trailer? This is where the water goes, right? Why am I not seeing the thing? We're not getting the dump icon. Could be hidden behind the inspector mod, but... I don't have any water. That's why. Maybe if I put water in it, I might get it. I have no water. We'll get some more. Yeah, I don't know why the manure isn't working though. I may try to scoop that back up and put it in a trailer and see if I can get the, maybe it's got to be in a trailer and you got to dump it out of a trailer. Maybe it won't take it from a shovel, which would be weird. You'd think dumping it in there with a shovel would be the same thing, but... Yeah. So the greenhouse won't take the manure? What a bunch of manure. I'm not going to say that word. Then I need to put that greenhouse on distributing. One with the maters in it. Come on, truck. Pull that hill. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the guy to finish planting the oats down there. And then we'll probably advance on into April, and then I should be able to plant corn and some other things. Need to do some sorghum, but especially the corn. Yep, gonna have to gravel this in out here, I think. There we go, now it popped up. Alright, let's go back in here. And they are separate, so I will activate. I really don't need anything else except the tomatoes. And I need to change that to distributing. There we go. Activate that. All right, good to go. I really thought that, garlic or maybe the peppers or the onions and the ones that do the mushrooms, I really would have thought those would have gone to the pizza place, but pizza place only needs cheese, ketchup, and flour. Really missed out on that one. You could have done, the onions and all that stuff to go there too. Onions and too bad we can't do the meats, sausage, pepperoni, chicken, all that stuff. Too bad. All right, so that is running. Actually, let me go to the ketchup factory now, because that I'll need to do water there. And I imagine it'll probably be a minute before we have tomatoes down there. Not activated yet, so I grab some more water. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try a trailer. I guess I'll get just a little trailer. Something really small just to dump into the greenhouse thing. Something that holds manure, for sure. Alright, we are southbound, and then we'll be westbound. So yeah, I was planning on building a road here at the farm, just a little gravel road here around the silos. Like straight down through here, just kind of on the side. But now that we're gonna gravel this in, it really won't matter now. This feels weird driving a truck through the grass, And I may get rid of these roads. I think, who was it? Was it you, Fuzzy, that told me that if you got rid of the roads, it just leaves like a gravel road here at the farm? May try that out. still rolling over there. He's still doing good. He's still got fur and seed. Yeah, all this on the right over here in these fields, this is all going to be corn. It'll be the corn belt. North of this road, south of the railroad tracks. It'll be corn country. Rain makes corn, corn makes popcorn. See what I did there? Think, is there any place to get water over here north of town? There's one back there at that other farm. There's another pond back there. But is there any place closer down here on the north side of the tracks? There's creeks and stuff, but I don't know if I can get water out of the creek. Alright, let's see here. I'm assuming this is where I dump it. Yay, the AC's kicking on. Woohoo! One of the best feelings in the world is when you get kind of into summertime and your central unit kicks on. Get that nice cool air coming out. Oh, it's already... So that only holds 10,000 liters of water. Interesting. I guess I need to... Well, I can't really activate it yet because we don't have any tomatoes yet. I'm kind of park this off to the side here. Alright, I don't know that there are any bodies of water down this way. Or up this way, I should say, maybe. Got a little creek there. Say the best chance might be down here where this water's running in this little drive over. But honestly, I think the pond at the farm over here, I think that would be closer than driving all the way over there. There's the ketchup factory. And here's that pond. There's not any other ponds between here and there, so. You can definitely tell the size of this map when you go into flight mode. So there's the border. And there's the border. It's a standards map, you know, just so we can have it on, you know, console and stuff like that. But I am looking forward again to having the 4X Judith Plains, Montana map from DJ Modding. Looking forward to it. Gonna be a good time. Alright. America. So, let's go check on the guy over here. I still don't know about this. I don't know why that's not taking that. Let me go get a trailer, I guess. We don't own any trailers, do we? Nope, I don't think so. Just something small. I'd go with a Rudolph, but that seems, I don't think we need anything that big. Was it? Our scoop holds 5,000. I don't have any mods in here, do I? Nope. Guess I'll just get one of these little farm tech ones. Oh, I don't want to do that. So there's the 4,000, and I think we should do the 8. Just the standard. That looks good. This is an experiment anyway. Let's see. Where do I have anything down there? Closer. I got these. Oh, did I rip? I did rip. So you guys on Twitch, you can't hear me right now. Sorry. I don't know why I ripped. Still recording for all you YouTube people out there. Keep an eye on it. If you're watching this on Twitch and you go back to watch it on YouTube, this is what you're missing. I bought a trailer. Oh boy. It says reconnecting. Oh, now I'm live again. Hi Twitch, I'm back. I'm still recording, so the, 30, 40 seconds that you missed, that'll be exclusively on YouTube. You can go back and watch that later. I bought a trailer. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. But we're going to take this trailer down and fill it with a bunch of poop. See if this works. I don't know. We'll see if it works or not. I don't know. It might work, it might not. Oh, hey, Twitch was nice enough to let me know that I'm live again. Who knows why? It's not bad weather outside or anything. I usually don't have a ton of internet problems. The trailer was not there a minute ago. It came out of nowhere. Honestly, it looks very small for this tractor. It looked like a lawnmower trailer, you know, hooked up behind this tractor, kind of. It's like something you see your dad hauling around the yard, picking up leaves and limbs and stuff. Wearing the white New Balance shoes and khaki shorts. Khaki. Using a loader, you must load manure pallets into the bin. What are manure pallets? I have never heard of that. How do you make manure pallets? try the trailer and see if this works. I'm gonna try to clean up the mess I made trying to dump it in the box. You'd think it would just be like a dump trigger that, you know, it would take anything from a trailer or a bucket. And if you're black sheep modding, then I like your plow. Your little, what do we call that? The Lizard Subsoiler MT. I think that's going to be my go-to plow for all my small and big tractors from now on. I like that it can fold up and you can go down the road with it. A lot of those you can't fold up and go down the road with them and still have the working width for field work. No, that's not you? Oh, okay. Just kind of pull out here. So let's see. Can get some of that back up. So it goes in the trailer. That's good news. I don't know how I'm gonna get that out of the bin there. It may just have to stay there forever. Forever. Oh no, wait. It is coming out. Look at it. Oh, look, it's face durable. I don't think I was low enough there. Go. Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at it. I got it all cleaned up. Nice that that box is face durable. Only it would hold the manure. Alright, let's try that. Well, I did not get a trigger driving by it. So do you have to make the manure pellets then? I don't know. How do you make manure pellets? We got straw blowers. These are the tankers. I don't know. How do you make if it is the fact that it only takes manure pallets? Choose a method. Pallets load manure onto pallets and use a skid loader or front loader to move them directly into the bin. But how do I make the pallet? See the big bag lifters? It's not this thing, is it? That's for crushed. It does say that it takes a lot of stuff, though. Manure is one of the symbols. I have to click on something over here. I have to click on this thing. Nope. There's a dump point there for something. I don't know. A little dump icon. This is the milk. Where you offload more animals. Can I click on that? I can click on it, but what does this take? What do you put right here? It says it's already manure. Oh, so we didn't even need the telehandler then, right? You just take your trailer up to it and it automatically loads it up there. Well, we got a guy that hangs out over here with a shovel and just fill me up. Well, would you look at that? Yep. Don't even need the shovel anymore. Might as well just teach the cows how to back their rears up to the trailer and just, you know. Of course, then you'd have the slurry and stuff. But yeah, you can't dump this directly in there. I haven't tried the water trigger yet. I don't know that that would work. Nope. You would think you just dump it. It would take it, since it's just a greenhouse. I mean, you're most likely using it for fertilizer or compost. I don't know. How do you put the manure into a pallet though? You know, back in my day, there was a help menu in this. Is it still there somewhere? You have the same problem? There's a help menu right there. I bet since there's no in-game manure thing. Oh, so it might be. He did submit another update to Giants, so it might be that. All right, so I'll park this over here for now, I guess, and then we'll do. Town's gonna have to wait on their apple pie and stuff. I'll just leave that. That'll be our poop trailer. So yeah, we can't do that. No point in really even activating anything in here until they get that fixed. Can't have their apples or their lemons or their oranges or their pears or their... Those look like blueberries to me, but I think they're calling them plums or the pumpkins. So, for now, we will not activate any of that. We do have our tomatoes activated and they are distributing. Those should be going to the ketchup factory. There's none there yet, but it is, you know... It is the early start of the thing there. Are there any tomatoes there? Yeah, okay, there's 26 liters of tomatoes there. So it's going to take a minute. We may need to build more than one of these at some point. I could probably fit another one in back here in the back side there. Construction. And we want one of those, right? Yep. Really wish I could use the perfect edge mod because I could totally line these up and they would be like lined up. Till then, just do one right there. All right, where did I leave the truck? Oh no, it's in town. I gotta go all the way into town. Get my water truck. Gotta find my water truck. There it is. Oh, yeah. I'm assuming that that's probably one of the updates. You know what? I can look at what his changelog update is. Hang on. I don't want to crash into the building there. Let's see. Alma, Missouri. Posting a lot about the Iowa Plains map. Alright, so... where did that go? There it is. Fix collisions on the pig barn, and old barn doors. Fix floating trees. Fix incorrectly oriented food plane on sheep barn. Fix greenhouses. Could not unload manure. So there you go. That's one of the fixes coming with 1.001. Fix greenhouses. Could not unload manure. So also fixing the cow barn navigation mesh shape, whatever that is. Cows were going outside the fences. Yep, I've had cows outside the fences. Added straw bale trigger to the cow barn. Remade food plane for the cow barn. Reduced selling price for popcorn and buttered popcorn. So, yeah. Won't make as much on buttered popcorn, but at least we'll be able to unload our poop. Right? We'll be able to put the poop in the box. That's what we want. So, alright, let me go put water in this new greenhouse. What's better between 22 and 25 in my own opinion? What's better between 22 and 25? I would say the number one feature that is nice in 25 was them putting in the in-game GPS system so that the console people would have that. As far as like us PC people go, we already had, you know, guided steering. You do have the new crops. You have green beans, peas, spinach. What was the other one? Green beans, peas, spinach. What was the fourth one? There was a fourth crop. The ground textures are a little better. So like if I drive through a field, probably gonna get stuck out here, but if you drive through a field, this is a plowed field. So normally you wouldn't do this, or you get stuck just like I did. Come on, truck, you can do it. Oh yeah, rice. There was another oxbow crop though. What was the other oxbow crop? Special crop. It wasn't the rice. Rice is one of the ones, but so here's the new textures. So if you drive through the field, you see how it's more 3D-ish. So that's nice, and definitely you can tell if you're driving a heavier vehicle or a vehicle that's not designed to drive over these plowed furrows, it does go slower. So that's kind of nice. Well, we had the vegetables in the DLC back in 22. So we had carrots, we had parsnips, and we had the red beets. I'm actually gonna have to go and look. Wheat, barley, canola, oat, corn, sunflowers, soybeans, potatoes. There's rice. So we got rice and long grain rice. There's the vegetables. So red beets, parsnips, and carrots. Green beans, peas, spinach. I really thought there was another one. Maybe there was just 3 of those. That take the different oxbow harvesters. Really thought there was a 4th one. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, green beans, peas, and spinach. I guess it was just 3. I mean, the lighting effects at night are nice because you know you kind of have the fog effect with all the lights and stuff. Although you know, now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't seen very much fog here in Alma, so I don't know if that's been left out of Alma or not. But I haven't seen too much fog. There's not a lot of like rivers and stuff. There's some creeks and stuff over yonder, but I haven't seen too much fog here in Alma. Wah! Wish I could open the swimming pool up. That'd be nice. Alright, we will dump that in there just to get this thing going. And we will activate tomatoes on this one. So, we have 2 greenhouses that are doing tomatoes. Looks like they're going to do them super slow. We'll let those, we'll let our tomatoes grow as they are. Alright. And then we'll come back and fill those up at some point. Did I go offline again? Nope, okay. I'm still here. Alright, let's go over to the field over here. He missed a little bit. Yeah, he missed the whole strip there. I'm just going to take care of that myself. Get these oats done because we really want to get our corn started today. Well, that made a weird sound. Did y'all hear that? When I lowered that thing? Huh? I don't remember it making that sound. Normally it's like a just a one tone whine going down to the ground. It almost sounds like cucaracha. No, 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 no. Cucaracha, no cucaracha. No, 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 no. Listen to it. Okay, so it's the 3 different phases. I see them raising and lowering now. Does the real board go like that in real life, I wonder? Do, 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 do. Almost sounds like your you know, grandpa's old bedside alarm clock. That's weird. Okay. We'll turn that back on and then we'll do this. We're just going to use the enhanced GPS here. We will head straight west. I think that's all we've got to cover is just this strip west. I don't see any other strips missing. So he did better than the Seed Hawk. Oh, I'm missing a little bit there. I'll have to come back. Yep, I'll have to come back for that strip. That's gonna be stuck in my head all day now. Have you had any tornadoes yet? We had a couple tornadoes back when we did Riverbend. Um, I I really don't know how to feel about those. It's interesting that they would add that in there. Kind of like the stagecoach production back on Riverbend. It's interesting that you would want to, you know, have stagecoaches. You know, you build stagecoaches, but I'm not a scientist or a transportation expert, but there's, to my knowledge, there's not a great demand for stagecoaches these days. I mean, back during the days of, you know, Jesse James and Wyatt Earp, they probably had a great demand for stagecoaches. Now, if they ever made a farming simulator that just did, you know, horses and horse-drawn plows and horse-drawn, you know, harvesters, you know, and whatnot, then that might be a great production to put in there. But yeah, there's not a great demand for stagecoaches, at least here in America anyway. And that's, you know, Riverbend Springs, that's an American map. So, you know, I don't know. The only place you might have a great demand for a stagecoach might be a small town in Arizona, a small town in Kansas, or maybe Branson, Missouri. Because, you know, Branson, Missouri has the theme park based on the old West, Silver Dollar City. If you ever want to go to a theme park that's based on like the olden times, like not, you know, ye olden times, you know, not like a Renaissance fair, but it's like based on the old West, then you'll want to go to Silver Dollar City because that's like Disneyland for the old West. And there might be something similar to that, or, you know, some type of deal in Dodge City, Kansas, or something like that, or maybe elsewhere that I don't know about. Hmm. Um, but yeah, there's not too much of a great demand for stagecoaches. But the tornadoes, honestly, it goes back to my cloud argument. See, right now it's supposed to be overcast. This is not overcast. To me, overcast clouds is complete coverage of the blue sky and the sun. This is partly cloudy or partly sunny in my definition of a sky. So if you're going to have a tornado, number one, you need to have at least an overcast sky. Or if you really want to get fancy, and this is a stretch, if you really want to get fancy, you could bring in cumulus clouds and have a mesocyclone, which is the clouds, the actual clouds in the sky rotating above the tornado, but connected to the tornado. Because right now, the tornado that's in the game is just what we call a dust devil. So it's like a whirlwind. That's it. It only goes up so high, and it's not. It doesn't look like your traditional tornado. I mean, it's, yeah. I mean, it'll mess up some trees and mess up some of your crops, but I mean, when you label it as a tornado, it just doesn't look like a tornado. You know, that could be better in my opinion. Maybe it will be someday. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. So yeah, if you live near like an Amish community, they might have a great demand for. Well, you know, I think they would have a great demand for like the small buggies. You know, like the little black buggies that are horse drawn. These are actual like stagecoaches. These look like the stagecoaches like Biff Tannen would have robbed back in 1885. You know, they, you know, you're under arrest for robbing the Pine City stage. This looks like something that would roll into Tombstone, Arizona. The production over there on River Rim. So definitely your Western style stagecoach. All right, so we got the oats in the ground. We're done with the oats. Just need to do a little fertilizing, but we can do that. Got a new tractor for that. And this might be the first time in a long time that we don't do any soybeans. I haven't decided yet really fully. But I think the corn takes precedence right now. We got to get the corn in. I'm just going to park this over here for now. Let's see. How much of that field do I need to fertilize? It probably needs second stage, so I probably... Yeah, most of it needs second stage. We've already got full stage down there. So probably need to invest in... If I've got the money. A spray rig. Seems like a good investment to me. Michelin. We'll do just the standard. That is the GPS, right? Yep. So that puts that on there. Is that 6,000 or is that? I guess the only option is the Starfire 3000. You can't put 6,000 on this. That's a disappointment. Fenders. Yeah, we'll put the fenders on there. Beacon light. Not there in the front, hopefully. Well, that's the only place you can put it, though. Well, I guess we'll put it in the front then. Spray star. Oh, so I guess that's, if you decide to do the solid with this, you need to put the spread star on there. We'll do the spray. Numbers, yeah, no, we don't need numbers. Windows, we'll keep those standard, I guess. Well, yeah, that's too dark. Maybe a little bit. We'll do 25%. How about that? Oh, that looks good to me. So that's 217. And then you got to buy this separate. Direct injection. Sure. That gives you a little more capacity. Load command system. All this will probably change when, what do you call it? Precision farming launches. So we'll just go ahead and put it on there. I don't know what it is, but we'll put it on there. Morning, Trent. I don't even remember downloading that. You know what? That came with that weird looking Fendt tractor. Alright, so I can't really fertilize that until we get into the next month. So I think it's time to go to the next month. Start working on getting the corn planted. Anything on sale that's great right now? Not really. Trying to think, am I forgetting anything? I've got the grass, all the hay planted over there. I do need to fertilize those fields. But I can do that next month too. The load command adds a front fill. Front fill? I don't know what that is. Nope. No more room for wool. That's one thing I would be nice if they would update that. Make the spawn area for wool bigger. We need more room for the wool over here. It's like every day it fills up. And I ate my Wheaties this morning, so I can just slide them out of the way. You got some goat's milk I need to take up there. Seems like every day I'm coming over here moving wool out of the way. We're still good on wool on the spinnery, though. Yep, still pretty full down there. Well, we got cotton planted, so we'll have cotton. See, do we have any tomatoes over there yet? Oh yeah, we do. I guess we can start the ketchup factory now. Change output mode. We don't want storing. We don't want selling. We want distributing. So we can send that straight to the pizza place. Alright, it is active. You know what? Is our flour... Is that distributing? Yeah, that's distributing there. We have oat flour distributing. We don't have any wheat flour down there yet. Did I ever put any wheat in there? We don't have a ton of wheat right now, and we really need some of that for the chickens. So I'll just hold off on that. We're making oat wheat. So if you're eating a pizza and you bite into an oat, it's made from oat wheat. This is Alma, Missouri. So yeah, the greenhouse, Trent, the Alma, Missouri greenhouse that does, you know, the pumpkins and the apples and the lemons and stuff like that. The manure box is broken on it. You can't dump any manure in there, so we can't start actually using that until that's fixed in the next update. And that is one of the things that will be fixed. That almost looks like a little hail out there, doesn't it? Go into April. Get past that. Hang on, let me go check the wool. Woodpecker. Might as well go on and move this while I'm over here. Not that one. Well, I don't know that that'll still make one, but I didn't grab that one. It might still make it since it's there in the box. Alright, let's go to April. I will say, it hails a lot here in Alma, Missouri. I've never seen so much hail. Even here in the deep south, it doesn't hail as much as it does here in Alma, Missouri. And that is hail. Yeah, that's not rain. At least that's the icon for hail up there. I think there's rain slated for later. But that is, I believe that is the hail icon there. Oh look, there's a tornado in the forecast for May the 3rd. 3rd week of May. Yep, hails a lot there in old Alma, Missouri. Open my Dr. Pepper while we wait. Oh no, I hear more. Oh good. Sunny skies, that's what we like to see. Especially on days that we want to plant corn. Alright, the oats are growing. We actually probably need to go ahead and spray these. Let's hook up to this thing. This is by custom modding, and we'll see if it it's still top heavy like it was back in 22. I bet it is. Because their 8R tractor, Trent, you were right about that thing. I've already rolled that thing. I went around a curve too fast. Let's see if this one does it. It doesn't feel too bad right now. We'll wait and see what it does when I fill it up with fertilizer. Is that thing there? I bet that's that thing. Where you can fill it up in the front. No, it's not too rocky right now. I mean, I can turn and it doesn't seem to be top heavy. Yep, that's the one I just saw, that pipe right there. That lets you fill up from the front instead of having to like probably back up to it. I would move the beacon though. Beacon is like right there. To me, if you have like any like seizure activity, or you know, you just don't want to be annoyed by the thing, it's like right there in the front window. To me, it could be on the cab or up on the top there. Be nice to have that option to move that bracket. That off for field work. To me, anything out here on these roads is going to be field work. Unless we're in town, we'll probably leave that off. But yeah, we got to get our corn planted today. We got to start planting the corn. Probably do that after I spray here. So yeah, did you see Chabaki's new map, Iowa Plains there, Trent? He's working on that. It should be out sometime early to midsummer. That's what I've been hearing. You know what? I gotta put in a fertilizer tank. Liquid fert. Probably right down here. Oh look, there's an Alma tanker on sale. Just bought one too. Darn it. Let's see. Tanker thing. What's that under? Liquid fert. That's what we want. It's hard to see where the bubble's at on that. I think it needs to be right there. Whew, liquid fert's expensive. I gotta pull up the other way. Okay, for the front thing, Trent, I put the pipe on the front to be able to fill from the front. It does not work. At least not when pulling up this. I still have to drive all the way up to the front of this. And I still got to fill up in the back. Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like a decent map. I think it's going to be standard size because it's going to be for all platforms. But I mean, it's a Chibaki map, so it's American. So it'll probably be a lot like Alma, Missouri. Probably have a very American feel to it. I hope it has a nice Midwest town to it, like the Alma town. Maybe a little bit bigger, maybe a little more centralized. That would be nice. Alright, let's go spray this field. Let's see, where do I need to start? It's hard to try and type it out. What are you trying to type out? Looks like in the first part of that curve. But the DJ modding map, oh look, there's a right there. The DJ modding map is I think it'll be out maybe before that other one. Judith Plains, Montana 4X. Looking forward to that one. It looks great. Hey, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I was looking at the towns up there, Moccasin, Montana, and what was that other one? The town just southeast of that. It's not verbatim to the area, but it's based off that area. So the names are there, they're real places, but it's not, you know, precisely exactly like those areas. Alright, putting a solid, or not solid, putting the last stage effort in on this one. I know the stream they're gonna have regarding the precision farming, is that this Monday? I think it's this Monday. And most likely, I'm trying to remember, it said 6 something, 6 CEST, so that'll probably be like in the evening or late at night. Or, well, I guess technically maybe early in the morning, I don't know. I have to look that time. It's probably based on the time zone there. So I think you heard it's free. Yeah, precision farming is free. That's not a that's not like a DLC payment required type thing. Yeah, it's been free I think every time. This is what, version 3 of it? Came out for 19, I believe, and then 22, and then this will be the third one. Right, let me see if I can tackle this strip. It's hard to see because I can't see it. nice clean chicken house. Okay. So you can see where these trees are. This is where the tree lines were. Alright, now we can go back on the in-game lines. Probably gonna need to refill on fur sometime soon. And I think I probably should go fill up before I make another run at it here. That might be a good idea for that tanker that's on sale. Get some liquid fert and put in it. This will hold liquid fert, right? 59% off. That ain't bad. Do you like the dark blue? I'm broke. Here. Yep. Let's see. I think I left my truck right there. Oh, I forgot to put that on. What do you call it? Distributing. Yep, it is on storing, so we will change that to distributing. Yeah, I'll have to haul those pallets down there to the ketchup factory later. Alright, I'm just going to disconnect that there. Go get the FERT trailer. We got corn to plant, we got sorghum to plant, mainly corn. We got a lot of corn to plant. Definitely want to get started on the corn. this. To a lighter blue. Yeah, that way there's no confusion on which blue is which. So we know that the light blue is water and the darker blue is the fertilizer. Yeah, that ought to be good for now. Be enough to finish this field over here at least. Oh, I'm going to have to move some eggs. Eggs are like gold these days. Gotta figure out what to do with these eggs. I don't know that there's any production stuff. I know you can do like the basic bakery stuff maybe with the eggs, but nothing special with the eggs here. One thing about the Judith Plains, Montana map that's coming from DJ, you'll probably be able to take your eggs maybe to McDonald's. I know there's McDonald's. So, there's a Texaco, there's a Casey's. That would be really cool if you could have, like, the Casey's where they make Casey's pizza, and then you could take, like, the ingredients for a pizza. That would be neat. Somebody really needs to utilize a new greenhouse that does all the pizza toppings. You know, put in the spinach, the tomatoes, the onions, the mushrooms, you know, have it all in one where you can just put that greenhouse down. And then you could have that for pizza production. And there is a Casey's gas station in Judith Plains, Montana. So just park it right here by this field approach there. Line still here? Yep, good. See which one I need to be on though, because I do not know. That one right there. Yep, since we're going to be going to Judith Plains, Montana, we may have to do a horse ranch. Do it up big. Have us a little Yellowstone ranch out there or something. We kind of got into that a little bit with Elk Mountain, Wyoming. That was a great map too. Ooh. One thing about this sprayer, I don't see any section control on it. I don't see the thing up there. I don't think it has it. Maybe it'll have whatever is built in with the precision farming built into it, but it doesn't. As of right now, it doesn't have any manual section control on it. Looks like none that I see anyway. So this one. Yep. wonder if that front nozzle will work on the trailer. Definitely does not work on the refillable tank down there. This is a pretty decent sprayer. It's better than the first one that they had back in 22. That one back then, it is about like the tractor is now, you know. It kind of was top heavy and wanted to roll over on you. I think we had some starting issues with it too. No, Phil did. So hopefully it works okay in multiplayer. Won't get a true test on that for a minute. But it's working okay here for right now. Let's go see if we can fill it up. Oh yeah, you can fill it up from the front with the truck tanker, so maybe that's what it's for. Can you say me why this tractor don't do a wheelie? What? This tractor should not do a wheelie? I know that it had a tendency to roll over back in 22, but never did a wheelie. Please do a wheelie. No, I don't think so. No, we can't do a wheelie with this tractor. Sorry. And let's see. I'm just going to hit that button right there. Oh, I need to minimize that one though. Here we go. In those situations, you know exactly what has to happen. And you German. The only German I know is like Guten Tag, maybe? Sorry. I don't even know if that's German. Is that German? Guten Tag? I think it is. Oh boy, another one. On a roll today. Goodbye. Either with the same group or the same guy. So keep in mind that bandhammer's got a real what's the phrase? Touchy handle on it. So I mean, I'll just swing that thing just to swing it, you know. Just about got it. Another little sliver up here, and then we'll be done with this field, and then we'll probably take a break and then come back and start working on corn. I think I'm going to do the sorghum maybe up in here. And I don't know what I'm putting up there yet. Should be another line here somewhere. I have to drive to the other end to find it. Is that it? Maybe that's it. Yep, I think that's it. Alright, I'm going to fold this up. Park it out of the field here. Alright, so, YouTube, we'll catch you guys in the next video. And then Twitch, I'm going to take a break, and then we'll be back for the next one. So YouTube, until the next time, remember, you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all later. Have a good one.